I'm really excited for what's about to happen.
I tell Ben, wait till you hear this opener. And like, we're just kind of jamming through the song as we normally do. And then he's like, I'm so excited. It just completely cracks me up.
I can't wait. I mean, what's about to happen? I don't know.
Well, I mean, listen, it's fall. It's, you all know by now, our fans, that I'm a massive football fan, and of really all levels of football, youth to high school to college to professional. And it's mid season here. It's starting to get hot. You're following your team, and I will tell you, sleeping on a all natural latex mattress from Gardner's is, as I would call it for this comment, delicious. It was made more delicious last night by the fact that my arch rival for my Eagles, the Cowboys, lost. But that's right, Chris. Fantastic. Fly, Eagles, fly. But it was so much more delicious to have a loss on national television in the fantastic fashion that Green Bay won. Go Pack Go. And I know that hurts Chris.
It does.
But man, it was such, if there's a picture of deliciousness in reveling in your like arch rival's demise, it's that picture last night. Aaron Rodgers owning the Cowboys. There we go. 31-28. I love Chris. It's just fantastic.
And they were up 14 points going into the fourth quarter, right? Like the all-timer collapse.
The boys made history last night. They could have been 196-0 after leading 14 points in the fourth quarter. But this morning they wake up and they're 195-1. Womp, womp, womp.
Now your birds got to get it done tonight.
Oh, listen, I mean, I've ruined it. You can point to this guy.
Coming on here.
You can point to this guy. There's John cheering on his football team, which that's what they were literally called at one point.
He's using an illegal term right there.
Well,
he's not allowed to come on the show and do that.
Yeah, I'm not jumping on that one. You can fall on that grenade. At any rate, you're right, John. Look, if the Eagles lose, everybody's going to point to this guy, and that's okay. This is what fandom's all about. You love when you get to win, and you hate when you get to lose, and you celebrate when your arch rivals lose.
Of course.
And you go in a hole when they win.
Yep.
And that's just that.
That's sometimes almost better than your team winning.
Yeah, that's just what it is. I mean, if this is the only part of fandom you get to affect control over anything related on the team, right? Like you can't shoot the hoop, right? Like Ben Simmons didn't do that. That's why he's gone. Or is he still there? I don't know.
No, he's gone, and he can't do it for the new team he's on. So he's a train wreck.
Is that the Nets?
That's the Nets, yeah.
See, that's a train wreck. I follow basketball very little. Ben is a big basketball fan. He has season tickets.
Seasons. Yeah, Ben Simmons has more fouls than points, I believe.
There we go. Yeah. So anyway, we are your co-hosts here, Ben and Jeff from Gardner's Mattress and More, producing this show called Lancaster Connects, all about highlighting really great people, local heroes, small charities doing well, helping our local Lancaster community go round and round in this crazy world. And we've got a repeat guest on. We were joking in the pre-show that maybe we should have.
Was that for last night? I guess it was.
I mean, look, Green Bay's been the Cowboys' daddy for a number of times. But man, that was just.
So what happened on the play? What was the result? Was that an interception maybe, or?
That was fantastic. No, it was. I believe that was the 4th and 4 play when they should have just kicked the field goal.
Yeah, right.
I think there were so many great moments like that I just enjoyed.
We don't have time for them all.
No, I mean, look. If we're going to give a whole sport fandom thing, we need to get paid, because I think my commentary beats Chris Collingsworth any day of the week. So anyhow, enough of that. But this show is all about not so much football, though you could be confused. This is about the local Lancaster community. Two guys who believe that putting a show on that helps to shine light on good people doing good things in our neighborhood is important, because if our business is going to thrive, our community needs to thrive, and we're going to be a part of that by putting on this show. How about that word salad to get to the point of what Lancaster Connects is all about? So it's big and small, battle on Main Street. We like to highlight the Davids and the Goliaths of the world that are out there. and that's what we like to do here. So we've got a repeat guest on. We'll bring them on here soon. We've already got people commenting. John Lynn is already in. Lynn Walker, we can get that comment on the screen. By the way, Lynn Walker runs a Week Away Foundation. That's a great foundation for people that are dealing with severe illness, maybe terminal illness. Gets them away for a respite week. If you're a fan of this show, you know that I once called that a Sprite week, where that might be where you pour your Sprite out and pour it back in the cup. I don't know, but it is not what Week Away does. A Week Away gives respites to those that truly need them, just to get away and kind of like live life to the fullest for that week. And they do that free of cost. So if you know somebody that's really struggling with an illness in the family right now, and could use something like that, please reach out to Lynn or us. We'll make a connection for you. But a Week Away is the foundation. I'm sure if you put that in the Google machine, you'll find your way there. If not, just hit us up and we'll definitely make that connection.
Yeah, fantastic program.
But these are the kinds of things we love to highlight because they're right here in our backyard. But if nobody's shining the light on them, you're not going to see them. So
yeah, it's very true.
That's what we like to do. Ben, how do people get gift cards and the drinkware?
Comment, preferably not a Go Skins comment, but you just type in a comment, whatever you'd like to say.
Actually, when you comment like that, you get demerits.
You get negative.
You got to comment 4 more times to get back +1.
That's right. Tell us what you like about the show. Ask a question for our guests. Ask a question for Ben and Jeff. Whatever. That little bit of time spent on the keyboard will enter you into a contest to win either a nice drinkware, tumbler, or a hydro flask. That's right. With the less snore, more cuddle logo on it, or a $25 restaurant gift card to a local Lancaster restaurant. Of course, you can comment on any one of the places where this video is playing now. YouTube, Gardener's Mattress and More, Lancaster Connects YouTube channel. Also Facebook, where a lot of these people are joining us. In fact, I think Lynn and John were on YouTube. They commented on YouTube. So right. Any place you comment, it counts.
We need to hit the comment trifecta to have somebody hit from Facebook.
That's LinkedIn, right?
That pays out that pays out 3 to 1 today.
So we're looking for that Facebook commenter.
That's right.
Go ahead and do it.
That's right. Steve, thank you for tuning in. You're right. It is Extraordinary Give Week. Looks like Steve's charity there that he likes to support. Well, Steve does a lot of great things, but Power Packs, fantastic. We've had Brad Peterson on. We love Power Packs because they teach families to cook and come together around the table, give them access to healthy, affordable meals, actually free meals, that is. Fantastic. Another fantastic charity here in the neighborhood of Lancaster and Lancaster County. So without too much further ado, why don't we bring our guests on, because we have not so much a time compression, but we do have a hard stop at 2:40-ish today. So I guess a hard stop will be 2:45, but we'll try to give our producer a little extra time. But without saying too much more, Lynda, Susie from Help the Fight, welcome to the show. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
A two-timer guest.
Two-time guest.
Yeah, we're honored to be back. We really were honored to receive your email.
Yeah. Neither of you are Cowboys fans, are you? I should always check that.
No.
Okay, good.
It was a quick note, so that's good.
But I don't know if you guys watch Yellowstone at all, but I think Rip is delicious. I've never looked at a sport. Anything is delicious.
What? I know Yellowstone is a TV show, but I know it's a TV show, but I don't know anything else about it.
My wife and I just started watching it.
Okay.
We finally broke down and got the other subscription service. This is the problem with subscription television, that
exclusive.
There's this on this one and that on the other one, and all of a sudden what you did to maybe save money or just kind of not distract yourself so much with TV is now not. You may as well just go back to cable. So anyway, yes, Yellowstone is. I'm digging it. Digging the show.
Crazy.
So who or what was delicious for you on that?
Oh, Rip.
Rip. See,
Rip.
I'm only.
I don't know. Who's Rip?
Who's Rip? Because we're only 3 episodes in.
Yeah, don't blow it for him.
Well, if you're only 3 episodes in, gosh, I really don't remember the beginning. But he is the young boy who John Dutton saves and allows to live at his ranch. And he
Okay.
grows up with the Dutton family. So we're now starting a new season as of last night.
Is that the one that he doesn't live on the reservation? No. That's
No,
what-
he's not an Indian.
Okay.
No, he lives on John Dutton's ranch, the Yellowstone
Okay.
Ranch.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. And you know what? My wife, we had. She's going to be so embarrassed by this. I'm going to say it anyway. So the young John Dutton was played by Josh Lucas.
Yes, I love him.
Well, she does too.
Oh, yeah, those eyes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but no, would leave me. Love him.
So she's a Sweet Home Alabama fan.
That's the movie. I was trying to think of what it was, but I couldn't. Yeah, that one. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's great in that.
Yeah. So anyway, so now that so everybody like is wondering, what the heck is this show all about?
I know.
Football, Yellowstone, deliciousness, all that good stuff. Well, let's have our listeners and watchers get to know you, and I say listeners and watchers on purpose because we also do this not only as a video show, but this hits podcast players next week. So if you're listening, always check out the video because we have a lot more fun on video than you do listening. And you might understand that Jeff is not somebody that has problems with words. You pick up a lot of body language. So that's that. But so everybody can get to know you a little more. Are each of you Lancaster natives or not?
I am not. However, I've lived in the Lancaster area for 40 years. So I tell everyone I'm from Lancaster, but
you're from Lancaster.
yeah, originally I'm not. I moved here after college.
Okay. Susie?
Yep. No, I am not from Lancaster County. I'm from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, not too far away, but lived here for 24 years with my family and love
Very
it.
nice.
Yeah. So what do you each love about the Lancaster area, Lancaster County?
I love its diversity. I love that you can be in an amazing city and go to the southern end and go hiking. I love the farmland. I love how Lancaster County, and I see this anywhere I go, every other state, everyone takes pride in their properties, in their yards, in their flowers. I don't know about the two of you, but if you travel through other states, you don't necessarily see that elsewhere. And here it's just like magnified.
That's interesting you say that. I'm not trying to rip on upstate New York, but my family and I did a trip to Ithaca, New York, a couple of years ago, and we were kind of really surprised. None of the yards were landscaped well, and no gardens and flowers, and it was house after house. It was a theme up there. So
He says he doesn't mean to rip on it, but he's been talking about it ever since. It hasn't stopped. So thanks, ladies. Just wound them up again.
Our pleasure.
No, I kid. Although, it's funny. I'm chuckling to myself as you say that about manicured yards because I would prefer my yard work. Although I have 2 teenage boys and I haven't touched anything for years. But if I had to, I would prefer the Arizona solution, and that's pebbles in the front.
Pebbles. Or sand. You could do sand.
Sand, or down in North Carolina, South Carolina, they do pine needles in the flower beds and stuff. So anyway, either way, we're going to get to the point of this show here now.
Soon.
In case you're wondering, 14:49 in. So you ladies are here representing Help the Fight. Let's kick it off with how it started for those that maybe didn't catch you on the first time. So how did we start Help the Fight, and who do you serve?
Okay. Help the Fight started in 2009. We did not start as a nonprofit. We had 2 breast cancer patients. One was my sister-in-law. The other one was one of my very dear friends that I work with. Both diagnosed within 2 months of each other. And we wanted to do something to raise funds to help these individuals. So in a few weeks, we whipped together a bake sale and we raised just a little over $9,000.
Wow.
And yeah, we took that money, and Lancaster County is the home of wonderful baked goods. But we took that money and we divided it amongst the individuals as well as the local breast center. And from there, the local breast center reached out to me, and over the years, things evolved. And by 2012, we were on 501c3.
I love how you just say you whipped up this bake sale and you raised $9,000. That's, I mean, how did you do that? That's amazing.
Well, we have men and women involved. It was our family members and some close friends, and both my husband and I are very business minded. And we said, okay, well, let's get t-shirts. Let's get sponsors for the t-shirts. And then we pulled in certain people that do crafts, and they donated their proceeds. And we did it at a location at that time that my husband owned, which was right along Columbia Avenue. So we had phenomenal access to the public. And they just poured in, and it was a very hot August day. But it was wonderful, and we wanted to help the fight. Helps patients, breast cancer patients going through breast cancer, pay their bills, whatever it is that patient wants and needs assistance with. It could be rent, mortgage, medical bills, pharmaceuticals, groceries, things like that. But we also help people that need the necessary screening process, because we all know early detection is the key to success and survival. Everything from genetic testing to mammograms, MRIs, whatever it is the patient needs. And we're a volunteer-based organization, and we have a lot of the same key people that we started with in 2009.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, that speaks to the mission and the purpose that you're doing, and that you actually deliver. You deliver on what you say, and that's a good thing. It dawns on me, so you started out just two people coming together for a cause and a purpose, and now you're a 501c3. You sent over a picture of your board, and I'll put a bug in our producer's ear, Chris. If I'm not sure that we talked about it in the pre-show or not, but you sent over a brief video to show, so maybe we can get that queued up in a minute or two, if possible. But walk us through what it's like going from two people coming together for a purpose to becoming a 501c3 and having a board.
It's a lot. I didn't go to college for this. And when we saw the need that Lancaster County had with their breast cancer patients, just the financial need, we said, we have to do this. And my husband and I, and a lot of our friends and family, Susie especially, has always volunteered for other organizations to try to raise money. And we said, we want to do something where we can raise money, and we know it goes to the people. It's what the people want. So I did connect with a legal firm down in Virginia at that time to help get everything legally correct and appropriate. And it took me about 9 solid months and stacks of paperwork.
Yeah.
And we did it. And the board evolved. We started out as a board of 3. We now have a board of 7. All our board members are volunteer. Our board is very diverse. We have 4 men on our board, 3 men. 3 men on our board. And it's just amazing. So we learned as we go, and we continue to raise more money and just help more and more patients. We love it. We love it. So thank you to you. Because of you, people can learn who we are and know that we're out there to help them.
Yep. There's a picture of your great board.
There's our 3 guys.
Yeah.
Board of directors. Yeah.
Yeah.
They obviously help you make decisions and,
Yes.
Settle on, I'm sure there's always decisions that need to be made about just distribution of funds and things like
Yes.
that. What does being an official, I think this could be important for maybe people listening and watching, whether it's live or down the road. So if you're starting out a charity, what does becoming, and you said it was 9 months of work, what does getting that formal 501c3 designation do? What benefit did it give you? And ultimately, I guess maybe answer that transparency question.
Mm-hmm.
What are those benefits?
Well, the main benefit is it makes Help the Fight ourselves It enables us, gives us the ability to help anyone we choose. We can help anyone in the continental U.S. However, I'm from Manor Township. It was our physical location is Manor Township. Lancaster County has always been our primary focus because this is where we're from. This is where the bulk of the fundraising takes place. However, we help all surrounding counties. We've helped just about most counties in the state of PA. We've helped some in Maryland, some in New York, and some in New Jersey. The board assesses for board approval of funding. The board takes into factor where they're at, how they heard of us, and so on. I have family in New Jersey as an example. Between my sister Sharon and my brother Mark, there's a fair amount of fundraising that takes place, even just in our summer cash giveaway tickets. My brother Mark's always the number one seller. So if him or anyone in his circle runs into a breast cancer patient that needs assistance, absolutely they're going to tell them about us. We're going to help them.
Right.
So that's how New Jersey's come into about. And I'm not sure about New York and Maryland. I know over the years it's happened, but we've helped, and we don't ever want to turn anyone away. We, for instance, Lancaster General or the Amby Barshinger Cancer Center, with that particular facility, we send funding to that facility, and then they pull from the funds that we've donated. Okay. However, they have certain protocol that a patient must meet in order to receive funding. Their staff knows that if the patient doesn't meet the protocol necessary to receive funding, all they have to do is reach out to us.
Okay.
We want to help. We will help.
Yeah. It's interesting how
we're in the decision seat, and that's why you want to become a 501c3.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Susie, what is your responsibility with Help the Fight? And maybe you could share some of the ways that you've helped patients over the years, like maybe some success stories of people that were in need and Help the Fight was really able to help out.
Yeah, so I'm the patient coordinator here at Help the Fight. I've been with them for about 8 years now. Love the mission, love the patients, and giving back is just a great feeling to help someone in need. So many success stories. I mean,
it's hard to pick and choose.
There's so many. We've helped patients that are just in dire straits that just need help. And our board is so wonderful with getting them whatever it might need, being tires or a hot water tank or
water heater.
Yeah.
We actually had a nurse navigator say to us, our patients are having a difficult time getting here to the facility. And most cancer patients realize that if they're going through radiation, it's typically 5 days out of 7 for so many weeks. Mm-hmm. And she said, how could we get Uber gift cards for our patients to get here? And I think it was within 3 days, they had $500 worth of Uber gift cards to provide to their patients to receive treatment. I mean, it's key. Tell them about the anti-nausea drugs that the gal needed, and we had it done.
Yes, we had a patient that needed some drugs for the nauseousness that she had after treatment, and she couldn't afford them. She had those prescriptions that she needed within the 24 hours so that she could continue with her treatment.
Yeah, there was another. Sorry.
And that's the kind of thing where I guess insurance wouldn't cover that typically.
There's one gal that needed medication prior to beginning chemo, and we received a phone call early afternoon, and they said, she's going to cancel her chemo, and well, that's not an option. Right. So I think it was within 3 hours she had medication in hand, and she began her chemo the next day. And you're right. Insurance companies cover so much, and not everyone has insurance, and it's difficult and it's costly. It's very costly. And now we're dealing with inflation in our country, and it's hard. So some people say, well, do I feed my family or do I get medicine? Well, how awful is that to have to be in that position?
Mhm.
but it is reality. So we're here for people like that.
Yeah, I mean, I love how you kind of fit that bill of David versus Goliath. 3 hours, you're able to say yes. Like, to me, that's cutting right through the red tape, going right to the patient with the benefits, whether that's Uber gift cards, whether that's cold hard cash paid to the center, to the pharmacy for meds, whatever. I really love that you're able to do that. That's great.
Well, Susie might say she's just a patient coordinator, but she's a lot more than that. And she is the right arm behind all of this. So, she'll come to me and say, look, we have an urgent situation, and our board is so diverse. And although we're all doing different things, we reach out to them, say it's urgent, and they're there. I mean, we
Yeah.
are so blessed to have the board that we have, and for them to give of themselves like they do. We couldn't function without them. We couldn't function without Susie, of course.
That's great.
Patients
Hey,
love.
we do have this video ready to go. So, Chris, when you're ready.
We didn't set out to start a nonprofit. We're here because we had to raise money for a family member and a coworker that were fighting breast cancer. A number of years later, here we are. Hello, help the fight. Almost entirely volunteer run and more focused than ever on directing the funds that we raise directly back to the folks that are in the fight.
My name's Amy, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. I feel so blessed to have helped the fight in my life. They helped me and my family get through some really tough days during my treatment.
Help the fight, people helping people.
Very good. Very good. So I noticed in that video, I think it was Extra Give.
Mhm.
It's Extra Give Week.
Yes, it is.
So let's talk about how people might multiply your efforts through this week, through the Extra Give on Friday.
You want to talk?
Sure, go ahead.
Our community, and nobody knows this better than the two of you, is just amazing. And we rely, on being volunteer run. Again, we rely on the community support, and the community has served us so well. We're just humbled, but making a donation this Friday to help the fight through the give can help someone receive a mammogram that may be diagnosed with breast cancer that didn't know they had it, but because of the mammogram, they were diagnosed early. So their chances of survival are so great. It might also help pay a mortgage or a rent for somebody that can't work because they're so sick from the effects of chemotherapy. And they're in stage 3 or 4 of breast cancer, and they still have young kids at home. They don't want to lose their house. There's so many ways that we can help. And, we always ask the community, we would love your support. We'd be humbled by your support. We can't do it without you. It's people helping people.
Yeah.
Great. Lynda and Susie, how many people does Help the Fight serve in a year? And maybe how many people have you served in the 10 plus years that you've been Help the Fight?
That's a tough one because we think we have everything regulated, that we know numbers.
Yeah.
We started out very slowly. So I would say really the last 6-7 years have really been our strongest years. We've helped well over 1,800 patients to date that we're aware of.
Wow.
And gladly, and we have raised just over $1 million to date.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a big number.
It is a big number, but we are always out there fundraising because, we need to. And we keep our overhead as low as possible. We actually rent at a physical location where we know the owners. We happen to be related to the owners. So we get a real break there. And Susie and I will fight tooth and nail, save $5 anywhere, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because that's $5 that can go to somebody.
Right.
That's fantastic.
So for the Extra Give, and it's extragive.org. There's like people can obviously donate to you through that portal on Friday.
Yes.
And I know each charity kind of has an extra kicker, an extra benefit. So let's talk about what that is for you through the whole Extra Give effort.
This year, we're going to just do a social media online promotion of the Extra Give. And of course, you can donate through the extragive.org and select Help the Fight. And of course, on the screen there, you can see what those monies can go towards for the patients.
I suppose I meant like typically, and again, and maybe this is shame on me. Maybe Ben, you know a little more, but I know when companies raise money on Friday through the portal, through the Extra Give portal, there have been at times, as I understand it, like, if 50,000 is raised, there's another 50,000 put on top of it.
Oh, there are extra incentives. Yes.
Are there any thresholds like that you're shooting for?
The Extra Give gives you different, different hours. You can apply for certain grants that they will give extra to organizations.
We always shoot for those during those hours.
So those different
Right.
hours through the Give is what we hope that we are the recipient of those.
Yeah.
We always joke around because so many organizations do so wonderful through the Extraordinary Give. If we put a couple puppies on our screen, we're sure that we would have a lot more donations for Help the Fight, because we're all animal lovers, and the animal Pet Pantry is one of my favorite. I know you had them on. I adore them. I support them, and they do so well during the Give. But yes, they're the smaller thresholds, because Help the Fight and the Extraordinary Give has not been our main fundraiser of the year. It's just another avenue that we do what we can to get donations and tell people who we are and what we do.
Right.
You just mentioned some other fundraising efforts. I know you just wrapped up last month, I believe, your big event. Talk to us about that event.
It was amazing. It was another amazing event. Our main event's always the first Saturday in October at Spooky Nook, and it's an all-you-can-eat dinner auction. It's fun. It's a fun night, and everybody that comes always comes back, because it's business casual or casual, and there's a ton of raffles, a lot of games of chance, silent auction, live auction. So it's our biggest fundraiser. We did very, very well. We were right around the 80,000 mark this year in raising funds.
Fantastic.
We limited the number of tickets due to all the COVID restrictions and things. And we thought, well, we don't want to go too large this year, not knowing where we would be at with the pandemic. So next year, we're already on the schedule for the first Saturday in October, which I believe is the 7th.
Yes.
Yes, it's October 7th. But we do fundraising throughout the year. This January, we're going to kick off 2023 with a real bang. As our guys want to do a gun bingo, and we are doing a gun bingo at the Millersville VFW. And I understand that registration just became live today on our website.
You just got somebody perked up.
Oh my gosh. You won't be disappointed, Jeff. We'll be there. It is a blast. And it is, but it's only going to be like 275 seats. So that registration is going to move fast.
You better get your phone out.
Inaugural gun bingo.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
And the time on there says 9 to 5. That's an error. That needs changed. I think doors open at 11.
I'm going to be out of town.
Oh no!
We're going. I'll tell you what to get.
I'll be Jeff G for the day.
I'll tell you what
all
to
those
get.
details will be updated today. We just finalized all our details on gun bingo. So
But our guys are super, super excited because their main goal is not just to raise money for our phenomenal organization, but to also raise more money than we raise for designer handbag bingo, which we have every March.
so the guys
Okay.
beat the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're
Got
like,
it.
wait, guys, we already gave you like 10 great raffle items. So anyway, it's fun, but they're super, super excited. And of course, we're all going to be there to help volunteer and work, and I'll play bingo because growing up in Potter County, I'm a country girl.
Bingo gal.
Right. And so that's going to start off our year. But we always have a purse bingo and a designer handbag bingo in March. And this year we're going to have it at Penn Manor High School, which is all brand new. We're going to have it at their cafeteria. Month of June is a huge success. We have what is called our summer cash giveaway. And if I remember correctly, you bought tickets last year for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's $10
I
a
never
ticket.
win those things, but yeah, I will.
I never do either, Jeff. I never do either, but I always buy them. And for $10, you can buy a ticket to win money. You have 30 chances to win cash because we give away cash every day the month of June. And then we go into our main event. In October, we always have a pie sale in November, which through Miller's.
Yeah, Miller's Bakery. Actually, the orders will go into tomorrow, so they're a perfect addition to your Thanksgiving table or a great gift for Christmas. They have jar goods and baked goods and yum. So
they have frog jam, Jeff. You might want to look into that.
Frog jam?
I know. I saw it. I'm like, okay, what is frog jam? But I ordered it. It actually tastes great, or it looks like it tastes great. They describe
I'll take your word for it.
They have Route 30 traffic jam.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I want to make sure people know, obviously, if they want to participate with gun bingo, designer handbag bingo, cash drawings in June, pie sale in November, the big October event. They go to helpthefight.org, and all those events are on there. It's a fantastic way to connect monetarily, to give back through the charity. But is there any need that you have for volunteers?
We always have a need for volunteers. We need volunteers mainly for our events that take place. Our main event itself, our setup is the day before. I mean, we look for 25 to 30 volunteers for that evening alone, from 4:30 or 5 till 8. We need volunteers during our event as well. But we always need volunteers. We have a pie sale coming. So those orders will be submitted. And the Tuesday before the deliveries are here, so we're sorting pies, things like that. We always need helping hands. What they say, many hands makes for light work.
That's right. And that's, if you want to volunteer your time, it's helpthefight.org/get involved. And, we've stressed this. I haven't said it as of late, so I guess we haven't stressed it, but I'll stress it now. Giving money is always appreciated. It's always part of the mission, but if they don't have the hands on deck, they can't affect the mission, because the board is only 7 people. It is Susie and Lynda, so that's 9. Beyond that, it takes a lot more. And when you're all in, taking a phone call about a decision to give back and help somebody in the moment while you're doing your job, while you're living, you still have your family obligations. There is only so much time in the day for folks like Lynda and Susie and their great board. So helping out with your time, if you're just not able to financially give, is always welcome. So helpthefight.org/get involved for all things Help the Fight. If you want to reach out to them, it's helpthefightnow@gmail.com. Ladies, we're approaching our hard stop. So if anybody wants to connect with them more, you can go to helpthefight.org and give them a call and check out everything that they have going on there. Ladies, it's been a pleasure to have you on with us today. Again, you are in a elite group of 2-timers. We'll get you to 5-timers as the years go on. I'll tell you what we will do. We normally give a donation to charities who come on the show. We're going to do that again. We'll make that donation on Friday to help impact those extra give donations. How's that sound?
Thank
So
you.
we'll get that figured out. I'll put it in my calendar to do it Friday, and we'll get it done. All
We
right.
too, we're grateful to you. Thank you so much for the exposure and your ongoing support. It means more than you know. Time and treasure are the key, right?
Yep, you're welcome. Well, thanks for being on the show. We're going to spin the prize later before we head out, and then that'll be the show.
That'll be it. That's
It's
it.
a quick one this time.
We got some good comments in there. We didn't mention it. I think Chris had it on the screen. John Hockley, who is a former Gardener's Associate, now works for Weaver Associates. Great printing. And there's Lynn. Lynn is our prize later spin winner. John commented that he was at the Help the Fight October event and said it was a blast and raised money for a great cause. So
We need to
All
get you
right.
guys there next year.
All right. Yep.
It's fun.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
ladies.
wonderful.
Lynn, congratulations on the prize letter. And one last update before we roll out. We've been talking about our roundup efforts to give back to the community. This is kind of like when you go to CVS and you round up your change. We have these 2 checks going out to 2 local food banks this week. We collected 300 and it's
close to $400.
$185.50 between the 2 checks. So that's $371. So our customers gave that to us, whether that was on credit card, cash, check, doesn't matter. That is in here going back to those charities in the mail today. For November and December, those roundup donations are going to go to help us replenish mattresses we buy for off the streets. So we settled that out with these checks, and then we'll continue that through the end of the year with the mattress donations. That's the show.
That's it.
Thank you for tuning in. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
We'll see
you.
next time on Lancaster Connects. Take care.
Happy holidays.
You
Thank
too.
you. You too.